Hello and welcome. Here we have up for sale is an Rc30 Replica project which has been abandoned. I don't know if you've looked into Rc30 projects, replica projects before yourself, but you will probably know the hard bit about it is finding a decent Rc36 to start the project and to put the money into. The owner who owns this has put some significant amount of money into it. I think the whole project stands him in at about £5,500. So he sourced the best RT36-2 he could find at the time. This one here was a full bike with the fairings fully road going, and he purchased it for £2,200 about 5 years ago. The reason obviously finding a RC36 for a good basis is quite hard, getting harder, because obviously they're a touring bike. So this one has had one previous owner from new, and has 34 genuine thousand miles on it, and that is, you know, as good as base you're going to get with an RC36 to build an RC30 project. So the owner has then gone on and spent a small fortune. As you can see, he's gone all out, and he's purchased a new old stock RC30, genuine RC30 wheel to go on the back, which would be usually mounted on an NC30 hub. NC30 hub is not included, but the RC30 wheel in its original Honda box is probably a rarity on its own. So there we are. He's also purchased from a company in Spain. So the nice thing about this project is these RC30 replica fairings bolt straight on to the RC36 fairing mounts, which makes it a really nice, easy project. So within an hour you could have it looking pretty RC30ish just by bolting the fairings on. The nice thing about these fairings is the tank is an RC30 replica tank. This bolts on and uses the RC36 airbox, so it's a direct replacement for the RC36 tank. So a lot of the ones on the market, you have to modify the airbox, etc., use different frame mounts. These will bolt and have been designed to bolt up to the RC36 frame mounts, which is absolutely fantastic. All the fairings are from the company in Spain. They're still in the original packet. I hesitant to take them all out. So you've got the front fairing, you've got the replica RC30 tank, the lower fairing, the seat fairing. These are all in the original packaging. You have all the RC30 decals here ready to go, an RT30 screen, and the DZ fixings for all the fairings down there. So this is, so a lot of money has been spent. Where I would say the big spending out next is exhaust, which is probably a big factor in one of these, because you know the exhaust runs on the other side. This exhaust has been taken off and currently is not with the bike. He actually, obviously, he didn't need the parts like the exhaust, because obviously it needs to be run on the other side, so the exhaust is off it, and the fairings were then discarded because obviously it wasn't needed for the RC30. So everything bolts straight up pretty much. So the biggest money is exhaust, which goes around the other side, and painting. And other than that, it's probably the easiest RC30 replica project out there. And as I say, a lot of the money has been spent. As you know, you will know, there's the chap that makes all these fairings. He actually builds these for a living, these RC30 replicas, sorry. He builds these for a living and sells them for about £12,000 to £14,000. I think all the fairings and everything ready to go is probably, I think it's about shy of, it's about £2,000. The other alternative to that is Tioga, which they do a kit, which is beautiful, but there is all more complications about using different frame mounts and stuff like that, and obviously petrol tanks don't go on to the original air boxes. So this is a really good, well thought out fairing kit for an Rc30 replica. So yeah, so listing the bike for £2,500. I generally think this is something, you know, I would say about £5,500 being put into this, with all the research and the troubles. So yeah, I think it's at a fair price, and I would say an Rc30 new old stock rim is probably about £1,000 on its own. So I would say a good deal for someone. Very gutted, because if I didn't have more of these myself, I would build this one straight away. So the clock's just done 34,000 miles. I have the full V5. Yes, nice easy Rc30 replica project with a very, very good basis, which is really hard to find these days. So thanks for looking. Any questions, do get in touch. Located in Ipswich, Suffolk. Yeah, thanks for looking.